Last month, the UK witnessed a major setback in its quest to develop a homegrown launch industry. Virgin Orbit, the California-based aerospace company founded by Sir Richard Branson, suffered the failure of its first-ever satellite mission from the UK. The rocket fuel filter had become dislodged, causing the rocket engine to overheat and leading to the loss of the rocket and the satellites it was carrying. Virgin Orbit had sent up a jumbo jet carrying the rocket from Cornwall on the 9th of January, but it failed to reach its target orbit. The mission was seen as a milestone for the UK's fledgling space industry, and its failure was a significant setback. The UK government has ambitions to turn the country into a global player in the space sector, from manufacturing satellites to building rockets and creating new spaceports. The launch had attracted an enthusiastic crowd, with over 2,000 spectators and VIPs gathering at Cornwall Newquay Airport to watch. The CEO of Virgin Orbit, Dan Hart, expressed his disappointment at the failure of the mission but pledged to proceed cautiously towards the launch of the next rocket. He added that the investigation into the rocket failure was ongoing. Virgin Orbit issued a statement explaining the cause of the failure. The data is indicating that, from the beginning of the second stage first burn, a fuel filter within the fuel feed line had been dislodged from its normal position. Additional data shows that the fuel pump that is downstream of the filter operated at a degraded efficiency level, resulting in the Newton 4 engine being starved for fuel. Performing in this anomalous manner resulted in the engine operating at a significantly higher than rated engine temperature. The rocket and its payloads fell back to Earth, landing in the approved safety corridor in the Atlantic Ocean. The incident has underlined the technical challenges and potential hazards associated with space launches, and highlights the need for rigorous safety procedures. Despite the setback, the UK's space industry remains optimistic about its prospects. The UK Space Agency, which funded the Virgin Orbit project, has expressed confidence that the country can recover from the failure and continue to build its domestic launch capabilities. The agency has invested heavily in a range of initiatives to promote the development of the UK's space sector, including the establishment of a Space Innovation Fund and the provision of funding for the development of new spaceports. The UK has long been a leader in the design and manufacture of satellites, but its launch capabilities have been limited. The country currently relies on launches from other countries, such as Russia, to put its satellites into orbit. The failure of the Virgin Orbit mission has underlined the need for the UK to develop its own launch capabilities, in order to reduce its dependence on other countries and strengthen its position as a global leader in the space sector. The incident has also highlighted the challenges faced by the private space industry in developing new launch technologies. While companies like Virgin Orbit have made significant strides in recent years, they still face a range of technical and financial challenges in developing new rockets and launch systems. The cost of launching a satellite into orbit can run into tens of millions of pounds, and the potential risks and hazards associated with space launches make them an inherently risky and complex undertaking. Despite these challenges, the UK's space industry is likely to continue to grow and develop in the coming years. With the establishment of new spaceports and the development of new launch technologies, the country is well placed to become a major player in the global space sector. While setbacks such as the failure of the Virgin Orbit mission are disappointing, they are also an inevitable part of the process of developing new technologies and capabilities. The UK space industry is a long-term investment, and one that is likely to pay dividends in the years and decades to come.